Hello everybody, Frouwo here with another cast coming at you. We have Star Series Season 8 LAN Finals, Semifinals, NaVi up against Sigma. Certainly an interesting match. This will be a best of 3, so this game will work in the mix as giving team one way just away from victory, but it doesn't matter right now. We're going to hop straight into the bans and picks. So far for NaVi banning out the Alchemist, the Invoker, the Abaddon, as well as the Clockwork. Sigma banning out the Enchantress, the Wisp, the IO, whatever you want to call it, Luna, as well as the Outer World Destroyer. NaVi, in the meantime, picking up Visage, Venomancer, Dragonite, as well as Gyrocopter. Sigma picking up Bane, Mirana, and Slark. Few comments thus far about the draft. Prophet just picked up by Sigma, but Sigma picking up the pretty good combo of Bane and Mirana. Sleep into Arrow, very, very strong combo. Nearly guarantees a couple kills in the game if it's pulled off properly. Certainly gonna have to be very careful on the side of NaVi for that combo. And really aside from that, not too diverse a draft. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. Lots of typical heroes that we've seen thus far in the 6.78 patch. Gyro, however, being picked up for Hovost. Very, very infamous for this lately, playing Gyrocopter with the rapier plays and such. We'll see if that has managed to be achieved this game, or if Sigma just managed to knock out NaVi in the early game, or vice versa. CM, the last ban out from NaVi. Sigma, ball in their court now, winning out on the last ban from them. Sigma, though, likely to be looking for that last support. That's why CM has been banned out. CM, another good setup for that Mirana as well, so don't want too many easy possibilities for that long stun of the Mirana to be used. Bristleback, the last ban out for Sigma as well, so baiting out that off lane Bristleback, don't want to really face it. Not gonna lie, it's pretty strong, but a notable hero that really hasn't been picked up yet in the off lane is the Timbersaw, I'd say. Sigma now sitting on their offlane here, like to be Nature's Prophet, and their mids either being Mirana or Slark, they can swap on or off. And Naga Siren, the last pickup from NaVi, so it's going to be interesting to see how they lane this. Certainly not going to be the traditional, well, at this point, traditional tri-lane with 2 solos, rather something much different. Sigma, seeing this last pickup from NaVi, are taking their time with the last pick, and it is a Lich. Lich, one of the popular supports in the beginning of this patch 6.78, as he really was just buffed to an extent. Well, his sacrifice essentially was buffed pretty substantially and really allows for that XP denial and XP gain for the team that has him. Anyway, start player introductions. On Team Sigma, we have Saksha playing the Mirana, listed here as Paris CC, however. Fucking Mad will be playing the Bane, Fata on the Slark, Paz playing the Lich, and last but not least, we have Miggle on the Nature's Prophet. And for NaVi, we have Hovost on the Gyrocopter, Funnick playing the Naga Siren, Dendi on the Dragonite, Kurokai playing the Visage, and Puppy on the Venomancer. And both teams running toward their own woods. Really not going to be any contest here. Both teams playing defensively in this manner, trying to make sure really no wards are placed in their camps. Lane ward placed down by Sigma, and same with not really a lane ward in that sense, but or just to check the poll. Funix starting out with that early Poleman shield is nearly unkillable with the 6 armor he now has. Very, very strong item on Naga Siren. It seems to be... Actually, he will be solo laning as Naga Siren, sending out that early illusion to scout the rune. Rune ends up being top though. Frouwo is going to get a free double damage for the early last hits. Sonic again playing the solo offlane. Naga Siren going to be pretty interesting to see how this works out, especially against the Bane Mirana combo. Pause in the meantime, sacrificing the 1 creep on the Dire's safe lane, denying Frouwo that extra experience as well as his lane partners Puppey and Kurokai. And in the mid we will have Slark versus Dragon Knight, Fada versus Dendi. Certainly a much more favorable matchup for Dendi, as he will have the Dragon's Blood and the Breathe Fire, allowing the CS Mortizzi as well have more sustain in lane. So really well played on Navi's part, drafting that Dragon Knight for playing against the Slark. Phonic in the meantime, not really getting any experience on this offlane right now. Mainly just throwing out illusions, trying to CS thus far. Dendi now with his bottle, actually. And seems Pause is just going to sit on this long lane and make sure the creep wave is close enough to both him and Miggle if they're getting decent experience. And Puppey dealing with the tree and harass. Camp seems to be blocked the last couple times. Still hasn't spawned yet, it seems. Phonic sending illusion out for the rune. Not going to make it though. Killed much too quickly by fucking Mad. And Dendi seems to be bottle pouring regardless. Lich ending up picking up the Invis. Was actually not spotted out by Navi, so totally oblivious to where Lich is at this point. Dendi, possibly Frouwo and Kurokai gonna play safely, but pops the Invis, no longer visible. Slark hopping on Dendi. Dendi throwing out the stun, and they're just gonna back off, call it a good day, and continue farming. Phonic spamming the illusions out. Still not too much experience, especially compared to Sigma's offlane of Nature's Prophet and Lich sitting at level 2 and level 3 right now. And Phonic's still level 1. As well as fucking Matt's level 1 though, as well, so not too much of a victory there. Puppey's still dealing with this tree and harass, however. Very nice control from Miggle. Miggle almost going down in the top lane, however. Is just going to soak up some XP here in the meantime. And fucking Mad. Level 2 now. Gonna get some more harassing the Phonic. Phonic backing off enough. Stout Shield really not, Poor Man's Shield really not coming into play at this point. He really hasn't taken too much harass. More or less his illusions have at this point entirely. And Phonic using, trying to get that last illusion over to the rune, but fucking Mad again killing the illusion. Puppey in the meantime doing some pretty, hold on, Frouwo in a bit of trouble. Gonna make it away though pretty safely. Taking some harass from those treants though. And Phonic maybe in a bit of trouble. Fucking Mad popping up behind him. Slept Funnick trying to block the arrow with his illusions. Manages to make it away. Saksha though managing still to hit the arrow. First blood going to the Bane Mirana combo. Very potent combo as I mentioned earlier. Although the setup really wasn't used as it usually is there because of good blocking by Funnick and his illusions. Didn't really matter in the end though because the leap and arrow from Saksha stunned them straight up, straight away, and blew him up with the Starfall afterwards. But back to Puppy just farming these two medium camps here with his wards pretty consistently, so getting plenty of levels on the Venomancer without taxing any of the lanes. Very well done by him. And about time to check the last hits. Mirana in the lead, especially with that one kill as well. Funnick really not being able to contest the lane in general, so no surprise there. Slark, Dendi, both even in the mid lane right now. Really no distinct advantage as of right now. Havost on the top lane. Next down on the last hits graph, quite a bit of ways behind Mirana, who is the carry for Sigma, but Puppy helping along, really assisting in that last hitting total as he's gotten 20 last hits in those woods, helping a bunch as far as XP spread around to, say, Funnick or Kurokai in the lane with Havost right now. And taking that Frostblast spam. Havost and Kurokai though, you do have to note there still is a Lich in their lane, so I'm sure if we took a look at the experience graph right now, very much in Sigma's favor. Lich giving that early XP advantage. Certainly something not to just forget about. The XP advantage definitely is very potent, especially in the early levels of the game. Normally, you get level 6 before the enemy heroes are barely hitting 5. Havost though, and Kurokai managed to take down the Lich. Havost or Kurokai want to go a little bit deeper onto Miggle. Miggle managing to teleport in time though. Havost goes just a little bit deeper, doesn't manage to make it out. Kurokai now in a bit of trouble, but Visage as he is will likely just use leap from Slark onto Kurokai after the sleep from fucking Mad, and Kurokai going down. So Bane now being involved, or actually having all 3 of Sigma's kills. Fucking Mad playing very well on the Bane this game. Puppy in the meantime continuing to farm up in the woods. Dendi, quite a little bit of pressure to the tower, farming up mid however. And Funnick now level 2. Nice. Still with 1 death to his name. Invis now picked up a Mirana. Saksha likely to try and find a kill on Funnick with this, but Funnick playing too far under his tower to be gone upon by the Mirana at this point. Fucking Mad, meantime in the mid looking for Dendi. Dendi has a lane ward though, so no go for fucking Mad. Dendi just gonna seemingly head back a bit, as well as Funnick actually from earlier. But Funnick level 3 getting those creeps and starting to level up finally. Let's take a look at the, oh, that's gold, but XP now nearly 3,000 in Sigma's favor, as well as gold. So I mean, the laning stage really not going too well for Navi. They haven't really lost, but by not being proactive as they could have been in the lanes, Lich managed to soak up more than enough experience and steal it away from Navi, as well as the ganks from fucking Mad, just really putting off Navi from that extra experience. Havost Kurokai though, no, not going to be gone upon at all by Fada or Paz, but Fada maybe changing his mind. Hops on Havost now. Fada popping the ult. Havost going down, however. Fada gonna make it alive and getting another kill onto Kurokai. Puppy now in trouble with Miggle teleporting and dropping the trees. Fada leaping one last time and getting the kill onto Venomancer. So another 3-for-0 trade. Well, not another 3-for-0 trade, but rather a 3-for-0 trade for Sigma. And Mirana actually getting a solo kill on the Naga Siren once, well, once again, rather. Just getting another kill on her. Severely underleveled at this point, only level 3. Doesn't seem to be the best of picks. Gonna try and farm up in this top lane, however. But yes, severely underleveled at this point. Sitting at 95 experience per minute, and compared to the other heroes, only level 4. Havost gripped, arrowed, and falls for the second time, this time in the bottom lane. Really farming without fear of that Bane Mirana combo, rather just ignoring it and paying the price for doing so. So NaVi gonna attempt to push this top tower, get themselves back in the gold lead, or back in the gold game. Fucking mad though. Not too happy with that. Teleports in the lane, and the tower goes down regardless, no deny. However, Sigma looking to now push the top lane. And arrow going on to Dendi as he teleports in. And yeah, farming. Slowly farming up, still level 4. Two stack going off at once for Sigma. Certainly going to pay off with the Mirana or the Prophet, whoever ends up taking it. Maybe with the Slark. And Puppy slow pushing this tower. No creeps really going to get past that line, it seems, especially with Dendi now arriving. Phonic in the meantime going to challenge Miggle for some of this farm. Mirana popping the ult, fucking mad. Theta, mid lane, as well as Paz. And nothing really achieved out of this ultimate, I guess. Sigma thinking about a gank there, but NaVi backing off too far and too quickly. Miggle and Saksha though, gonna push this top tower in now. Only 200 life, should be pretty easily taken down. Likely, yes, uncontested, and Fada in the meantime on the mid lane, going on to Dendi. And Dendi going down, Visage going down as well. Puppy seems to be next in line, going down to the Slark. Fada playing extremely well. Havost possibly could make it out, and Fada, Saksha not going to chase at all, and they're just going to retreat back a bit. Ward's coming to fucking mad, and T-warding a bit. Slark now finishing up a Shadow Blade. Certainly may have a bit more impact on the game, as NaVi supports don't have too much money for sentries at the moment. Vos trying to deal with his ancient stack in the meantime. Likely just going to try and stack it up a bit more before he pops, well, before he pops the flat cannon, yeah. And NaVi going to try and continue the push on mid. Fucking mad though. Smoked up. TP in from Fada on the Slark. Pause here as well. Arrow flies out from Saksha. And NaVi him with this tough cheese. Deny though on the mid tower from Fada. Phonic ulting, but really not finding anything. Arrow flies out from Saksha once again. Smoke dropped. Kurokai instantly decloaked. And Havost walking up the hill, teleports out instantly. Not going to make it out though. Too much damage coming from the Mirana as well as the Slark. Very, I'd say, aggressive walking. If you could aggressively walk somewhere, that was it. Walks up the hill blindly. And Miggle, teleporting out. Dendy throws out a stun, stops that, and gets the kill onto Miggle. So 2 kills now in the name of NaVi. Meantime, Puppy dying mid as he was gripped up by fucking Mad Arrow hitting from Saksha, and another kill going the way of Sigma. May try to push this mid tower now. Miggle not alive though, so it may take a bit longer. Phonic though, teleporting in. And Sigma instantly back off. Really just content with the lead they've taken so far in just through the laning stage with the rotating ganks from fucking Mad and his partners in crime. So let's take a quick look again at the gold graph. Gold sitting at nearly 75,000 in the advantage of Sigma. Experience even a bigger discrepancy at nearly 12,000. Well, actually 12,000 in Sigma's favor. So the Lich perk really showing its strength, as well as the fact that Phonic really got nothing on the offlane. Couldn't do anything against the Mirana and Bane. However, Venomancer falling to the Prophet Alt, as well as the leap from Fata. So NaVi gonna have to make quite the comeback here. A lot of it's gonna sit on the shoulders of Havost. Really needs to farm up a couple big items. Still working towards his BKB though at this point. And these stacks in the woods finally being put to use. Fata and fucking Mad farming them up. Which now getting points in that Frost armor are gonna prove difficult for the physical damage heroes of NaVi, like Dragon Knight, like the Gyrocopter, to deal consistent, a decently amount of timed damage per second essentially to Sigma with the Frost armor. It's going to be a lot more difficult for NaVi to take him out. And NaVi going to go for Roshan. With Phonic's ult up, it's really kind of a safe thing to do. If they don't like the fight that they're going to take, Phonic just ults and they all walk away. However, Mirana ult now popped. NaVi already having sentry wards in place though. Arrow flying out from Saksha. Barely missing a host. Ult out from Miggle. Leap from Fata missing on Dendy. However, Phonic gonna pop the ult, blow up pause, and Gyrocopter does die in the process. Puppy next in line, and Kurokai falling there, as well as the Bane though, and Dendy fighting with Slarker, returning to the fight, and seems to make it out alive for the time being, but will fall to the last right click of the Nature Prophet. That last leap on Fata missing quite a lot of margin. So Phonic being the only person making out of that fight, the rest of the team falling one by one essentially. Gyro followed by the Veno, followed by the Visage, and then onto Dendy. Bane and Lich being the only two casualties of war in that fight. Bane not really minding it, as him as well as Lich are both supporting. So not a good trade at all for NaVi. The 2 for 4 and a failed Roshan attempt. Roshan at half-life, however, so back in the pit once everyone's alive. Dendy likely to teleport in as soon as he can, and there we are. Teleport to the tier 2 mid for him. And Sigma once again gonna contest it. Roshan, however, going down. Vos picking up the Aegis. Ult out from Paz, right onto Kurokai. Kurokai and Phonic taking loads of damage. Meantime, Dendy Getting left on by Slark. Havost popping that just very quickly, but likely will go down if NaVi does not rotate back in. Just blown up nearly instantly. Doesn't have near enough health to like sustain through all the bursts that Sigma really has. But again, essentially 3 for 1 as, well, 3 for none for Sigma, as Havost picks up the Aegis, dies twice, and Dendi dying once as well. Puppy, however, now taking some right clicks from Fada, now going down. Fada killing the Lich, but will pay with his life. Kurikai, the last person left from NaVi, alive, and Nightmare coming, or Grip coming out of fucking Mad, denying that teleport and wiping Team NaVi. However, Dendi as well as Havost have already respawned and may almost look to defend the tower. Really can't do too much. Once they're slept, they're essentially dead. If Bane gets anywhere near them, it's over. Arrow from Saksha. Misses on everything. Havost dropping the ultimate. And Havost taking just a lot of residual damage from that. Brain Sap, as well as the Prophet ult, as well as the Frost Blast from Lich. Sigma in the meantime, however, going to rotate top, take down the T2 tower top. NaVi looking to contest, however. Puppy running in first. Phonic throwing out the illusions. And Kurikai sitting on the side. Arrow out from Saksha. Hits onto Phonic. Phonic now stunned up. Starfall. Double damage. Manages to live still. Song out from Phonic. And NaVi going to try and retreat, it seems. Puppy managing to make it alive, though. Havost going, though, very deep in and dying to Fata and company. Bane, though, killed by Kurikai as well as the Gyro. And Sigma satisfied with the fight, I assume. Just want to get out of there now. Tower left in deny range, however. Let's see if Sigma try to contest the deny, and nothing. I'm sure they don't mind too much being so far ahead in gold, but it could come back to bite them in the butt later on. Gold now sitting at about 13,000 experience, 20,000, but wavering. Slightly tipping in Navi's favor, but Sigma still seem to be in total control of this game. Really no doubt about it. Take a look at the net worth, and it's just double the net worth of the highest, well, nearly double the net worth of the highest person on Navi is Saksha on the Marana. Dendi trying to get that farm on his Dragon Knight, but really being shut down with not too much tower gold. The early tower pushing advantage only put to use on 2 towers. And they're not anything else they could have really done. Just really no ability to fight into the Sigma team, as they will nuke down the Navi heroes one by one until they get more and more items to tank themselves up. That's really what Navi really needs more than levels at this point. It's just the farm to just be able to sustain these big team fights that have been going on. Noxarin does have the mech, but other than that, the heroes are generally pretty squishy, all sitting around 1k life, and a single combo from the rotation, or from the heroes of Sigma, really just put them pretty much out of the fight. The arrow, the frost blast, as well as just Prophet right clicks, as well as the ult. Brain sap, there's just so much instant damage coming out of Sigma. Navi just doesn't have to sustain for it for the time being. And so I guess we should take a look at the items, because Dendi now has a BKB. Sork boots up on Puppy. Funnick just with the mech, Kurikai, Brown Boots, and the Medallion. Vost, 300 off of BKB, just needs that Mithril Hammer at this point. Miggle now with the Necro 3 hour, netted up by Funnick Tower here though. And stunned up by Dendi. And slain. TP's in from Sigma though. They still want to take this fight, regardless being down 1. Alt up from the Naga Siren. Prophet buying back at this point. And BKB's popped. Fucking mad, blown up nearly instantly. Fada almost as well, however, makes it alive, pops the ult. Fada slaying Gyrocopter in the meantime. Paz now going down. On the backlines, Naga goes down, but Miggle going down to the Fire Breath from Dendi. Dendi, at this point, satisfied with the fight, teleporting out as the rest of his team is dead. Not going to make it though. Arrow out from Saksha, cancels it, and Fada just blows him up the rest of the way. So a full team wipe again there for Sigma, although losing Miggle twice. Losing the Lich, losing the Bane, but 2 core heroes, Mirana and Slark, again managed to live. Slark and Mirana actually sitting both on 0 deaths, sitting on a total of 20, well, 10 and 10, 10, 0 and 10 for Fada, or for Saksha, 9, 11, 9, 0 and 11 for Fada. So just managing to stay alive through all these fights consistently, really allowing them to farm up quite a bit. Saksha actually having a Eagle Song drums as well as a BKB. Slark actually having a Scotty Shadowblade as well as a gem. It's just getting out of hand at this point. It's only 26 minutes in the game and he has the Scotty Shadowblade. Tower goes down, however, and Navi not satisfied, still going to chase Tavost. Turns around, doesn't want to dive too deep this time. Already sacrificed himself multiple times where he really didn't have to die. 1 in 8 this game so far. And Ron now finishing up that butterfly. Seems as if Miggle with the Necro 3, and let's really check the rest of the items. I didn't get through Sigma. Ghost Scepter on Lich, good pickup by him. Certainly going to prevent him from most of the physical damage Navi puts out. And Marana with that butterfly, of course. Host now finally finishing that BKB. 27 minutes in. Not the best timings, but hey, you're still in the game, you still haven't lost any racks, so there's always a chance for him to farm back into the game. Roshan now actually coming back up in about a minute. Sigma looking towards the ancient stack, looking towards mids. They see Dendi, and arrow flies out from Saksha. Not enough range on that arrow for him to get a stun off. However, they're going to push mid, it seems. Legion's out from Funnick. Ren's tower from Fada. Fada not caring, has so much life, doesn't even matter. And tower goes down. Train's finishing up the job. Rax seeming to go down next. Havos, Puppy on the outskirts, waiting for the fight to break out. Alt in from Funnick, even though he was stunned by the arrow as he casted. And Havos, Puppy moving in, however, Havos getting blown up nearly instantly. Puppy next in line, and this has to be what seems... Navi's still defending the racks, it's the important thing in this fight. Sigma, though, still have the potential to take it down. All 5 heroes up. And the racks go down. Miggle now going to focus on the range racks with the rest of his team. Arrow flying up from Saksha, missing on all heroes once again. But certainly now down 1 to the racks. Navi going to have a much tougher time coming back into this game. Sigma, however, firm control, gonna look towards Roshan now. Deso up on Miggle. Roshan gonna be killed pretty fast, especially with the Frost Armor. It really gives the potential for the team to not take any damage while doing this Most ever now respawns. Him and the rest of Navi working their way towards Roshan, but dies much too quickly. Mirana picking up the Aegis, and Sigma now looking towards bottom. 3.8k gold now sitting on Frouwo playing the Slark. Saksha picking up a Demon Edge. Middle gonna try and split push these lanes out. Sigma gonna try and push up this lane. Navi though looking for some aggression onto Sigma. Smoked up, sitting right down here. Probably breaks his smoke. I'm not sure if it was spotted. Funnick though runs in, pops the drums, and Sigma in a bit of trouble here. Pause, popping that Ghost Scepter nearly instantly. Saves his life long enough for him to cast his ult. Goes down soon afterwards. Fucking mad dies in the initial burst as well. Frouwo pops the ult. Mirana Aegis popped. Navi falling back, but Miggle taking this top tower. Funnick Havos teleporting right in. And Saksha in a bit of trouble here. Kurakai gonna go down to Frouwo. Frouwo gonna pay with his life, however. That's jeez, 1,300 gold into Dendi's pocket. It's pretty impressive. Having a kill streak that long in a professional game. And check out the gold graph. Still really leaning in Sigma's favor by quite a large margin, both experience and gold. Navi though still holding on. Dragonite Dendi now working towards his BKB, or towards a Assault Cuirass is what I meant to say. Having the Hyperstone now just needs the recipe about another 800 gold off of that currently. Song now up on pause, likely to get a Heaven's Halberd to help disable the Navi heroes, Gyro, Dragonite, all those right-click potential that Navi has. Miggle finally going to start working towards that BKB. Already has the Mithril Hammer as well as the recipe. Just needs another 600 gold to get to the Ogre Club to finish that up. And Havost still sitting on that BKB. Nothing on the courier as of right now, so just has the 600 something gold from the buyback, or after wasting the buyback, defend that top tower that actually fell. And that's really the situation we're in right now. Sigma in a very strong position, much more farmed, much higher leveled than Navi. But Navi sees Miggle out top. Oh, not gonna go for a kill. Sakura throwing the arrow. Misses. Almost hits a creep. But it seems as if Sigma want to get another Raxing done on Navi. Navi gonna approach from the side. Ult up from Funnick. Let's see if this combo can pull off and kill the supports very quickly. Havos actually just blown up nearly instantly. Paz in trouble though. Dendi on the back lines fighting against the Slark and the Mirana. Ends up falling. Puppy falling as well on the Venomancer. Just too much damage coming out of Sigma. Navi having none of the sustain. Funnick making it out alive one last time. And Sigma take the first game in this best of 3 in the Starladder LAN Finals, or LAN Semifinals. Oh boy. Sigma just really taking away from laning phase with that Bane Mirana combo, and from there it just took the rest of the game at ease. Got that early advantage with the Lich as well as the Bane Mirana, and just snowballed straight up. It's like one of those snowball heroes. So Sigma once again taking that first game in this best of 3. Anyway, my name again is Frouwo. Thank you for watching this cast. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the cast, that's good. Leave a like, subscribe, whatever, that kind of stuff. And if you didn't like the cast, I really appreciate constructive criticism. As a caster, I'm trying to improve. At this point, I'm very new, so any constructive criticism at all would be really appreciated and help me towards getting better at this. So anyway, once again, thank you for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you another time.